Hello, everyone. It's Sheila Zilinsky. This mini documentary is called Oh, Canada. This is Justin Trudeau's Canada. And I'm going to delve into the world of Justin Trudeau. Who is Justin Trudeau? Let's take a look at the Canadian Prime Minister, shall we? The man, the mystique, the man who likes to, well, pay off terrorists. Let's not forget Justin Trudeau, who says the $10.5 million payout to Omar Khadr was the best option. Wait a minute. Who's Omar Khadr? He is a terrorist. That's right. We are paying the criminal for his crimes. That's right. Meet the Khadrs, Canada's first family of terrorism. Taxpayer-funded terrorism, that is. Sergeant Lane Morris, former U.S. Special Forces, calls Trudeau an Omar Khadr groupie. I couldn't agree more, Lane. And despite Conservative mounting a campaign against Trudeau paying out the Omar settlement, there really wasn't a lot of backlash in Canada. But despite the people that did protest, what does Trudeau do? He turns around and he sinks more taxpayer money, $20 million to be exact, into the Clinton cartel. Welcome to Canada. But it doesn't matter because Muslims have a special place in Canada. Justin Trudeau himself says he loves Muslims. He likes to wear socks to show his support. He sits in mosques to show support. He even prays Arabic prayers to Allah to show his vociferous support for Muslims. And why does he let so many Muslim refugees flood into the country? He says they should be welcome in Canada. Refugees should be welcome with open arms. He'll even take refugees. As Trump bans travel from Muslim countries, he'll take them into Canada with open arms. And he might have even shared his passionate immigration plan with Trump, defending Muslims. Do you think Trump will go for it? Let's look at the many reasons why Muslims love Justin Trudeau. Oh, that's right, because he loves them. He tells Muslims, I will stand with you despite your terrible values, such as Muslims can rape non-Muslim women to humiliate them. Hey, men can even rape and kill teenagers on the way to the mosque, because that's just all in a day. When you're a Muslim, you can rape and kill teenagers not only on the way to the mosque, but if you have to go to court about it, if they lay charges, don't worry, the judge will let you off. Why? Because the judge will let you off for rape if you're not taught to respect women in your Muslim faith. You might as well just marry a 12-year-old while you're at it. All these wonderful values in the world of Islam, like rape and, well, an 80-year-old Muslim marrying a 12-year-old. Raping women's just fine because how can you possibly help it if your Muslim upbringing didn't teach you to respect women? It's not your fault. After all, non-Muslim women, they only have one purpose, let's face it, to be raped by Muslim men. Wow, this wonderful Muslim culture of rape and beheading and pedophilia, because that really closely aligns with Canada's values, doesn't it? Under the guise of diversity and acceptance. After all, wait a minute. Trudeau supports Muslim culture where women are treated less than livestock. Let me see if I got this right. So Muslims aren't feminists, you're telling me? That's strange since he's a radical feminist. Well, at least that's what he says in public, like he recently told a large crowd of men in New York why men should be feminists. So, Justin, let me see if I get this straight. You support Islam, where sex with children and sex with animals is completely fine. Okay, well, that explains why the Supreme Court just ruled that some bestiality is legal. Well, there you have it. Too bad the Liberals missed yet another good chance to outlaw bestiality for good, but they didn't. And here's another thing that does not line up with the Muslim values. He loves Muslims and he loves homosexuals. He was the first Canadian sitting prime minister to march in Montreal at the Gay Pride there, the Halifax Gay Pride, oh yeah, and the Vancouver Pride Parade, and all of them pretty much. But how does his strong, staunch support of homosexuality align with his staunch support of Islam, who throw gay men off roofs? I wonder if Justin I Love Muslims Trudeau knows that homosexuals get thrown off buildings by Muslims. I wonder if Justin knows that homosexual relationships are criminalized in 72 countries and the death penalty for being a homosexual exists in 14 nations in the Middle East, 5 which carry it out. Being a poster boy for the feminist movement, the transgender movement, and the homosexual movement doesn't really seem to coterminously align with his support of Islam, but that's okay because in Canada, even the teachers are mandated to attend inclusiveness training of LGBTTTIQQAAP. Spell it with me if you can. Say it fast. That's right, Canadian elementary school teachers who teach little children have to incorporate training little children to embrace whatever gender they want. Train them while they're young. After all, it was Hitler that said, "You give me the youth, I'll give you the man." Well, in Canada, they promote getting your kids out to those gay pride parades, even take your LGBT child to the first pride event. And you know what? Here's 7 tips for having a healthy, happy pride with your kids. Hey, if it's good enough for Pope Francis to tell the Catholics to lighten up on the whole gay and lesbian thing, be more accepting. Wait a minute. The Catholic Church, don't they sweep pedophilia and gay priests under the rug? Oh, that explains things. Yep, pedophilia is more common among gays. But in Canada, even the Senate will pass a bill to make the Canadian anthem gender neutral. That's right, Justin Trudeau decided he wanted the lyrics in our national anthem to say, "In all of us command," instead of its previous original version in which it says, "In all thy sons command." Oh, Justin, "in all of us command." That seems so much better. And it sparked very little fierce reaction from Canadians because, after all, Canada's more prone to say, well, give the baby a health care card with no sex designation. Even babies now are genderless. Just look at their health care card. In fact, LGBT rights, they even overrule the rights of Christian parents in Canada. In fact, Ontario even passed a very totalitarian bill, Bill 89, that allows the government to take kids from Christian homes if you're not in lockstep with this LGTB agenda. Because in Trudeau's world, Christians, you need not apply. Remember Justin Trudeau with his wonderful Muslim socks that he was so proud of? Such distinction, such honor. Well, look at this appalling apparel when it comes to Christians. Last year, Justin Trudeau and his brother, they share birthdays in December. Oh, isn't that nice? They wore matching Happy Birthday Jesus sweaters, mocking the Last Supper. You can see here that Jesus' face is blanked out with a happy face emoji. He's so anti-Christian, in fact, that he's even said on record to evangelical Christians that Christians are the worst part of Canadian society. At least that's what he told John and Carol Arnett, evangelical Christians. He told them they're the worst part of society. Because after all, let's not forget, Muslims and Christianity, they just don't blend. He supports a lot of things. After all, he's a staunch defender of abortion. Because after all, removing access to abortion, that's not in line with our society. Anything goes in Canada, except Christianity. He's a big supporter of anything anti-Christ. Let's look at the fact that he recently took a trip to India where he bought very expensive clothes for his family to the tune of about $16,000 and an ensemble. He spent a whopping $160,000 on this trip and over $1 million last year alone on traveling. And what did he tell the veterans who would like at least something? Those, who defended the country? Ah, too bad for you guys. We don't have any money in the coffers for you veterans. Too bad, guys. We just don't have the dollars. You're asking for more than we as Canadians can give you. After all, I need the money to buy expensive suits and maintain my lascivious lifestyles of the rich and famous. I need to travel and buy my Indian garb, don't you know? And when he's not trancing around the world buying expensive clothing, he's clowning around, doing little pagan ritual, dancing with devils. You know what he's doing, folks? Justin Trudeau is an embarrassment to Canada. And let's go back to the gender-neutral Canadian anthem. He wants to take gender out of everything. In fact, we don't say mankind, he said at a recent forum. We like to say people kind. Let's take a listen.
As maternal love is the love that's going to change the future of mankind. So we'd like you to look into
we like to say people kind, not necessarily mankind.
People kind. Oh, isn't that nice? You know what? Canadians are simply getting fed up with Justin Trudeau. Canadians are being taken granted for. They're fed up with his antics. They're fed up with what he's doing in the school. And they're also fed up with the fact that he's off traipsing around, living in the lap of lascivious lavishness while the rest of Canada struggles to make ends meet. Oh, but hey, never mind your low wages because green jobs are coming. That's right, this big proponent of the green gospel. He's a real climate change guy. In fact, he's so passionate about climate change. In fact, he's even made a ministry of climate change. In a recent statement, he actually told the world how very disappointed in Trump's withdrawal from the Paris climate deal. And what else did he do? He took a jab at Donald Trump's America First motto. And what does one Donald J. Trump think about Justin Trudeau? Well, let's check out his Twitter account. He posted this: Trudeau has done such a terrible job that he should be ashamed of himself. He should be ashamed to call himself the leader of Canada. And despite Trump's comments, liberal magazine Rolling Stone said Americans, they're so sad that Justin Trudeau can't be president. Why can't we have him as president, says America. I don't think America said that. We all love this little George Soros puppet, don't we? Whose values really align with the hardworking, patriotic people of Canada. And he said recently, you know what he really admires? The dictatorship of China. You know, with a comment like that, you'd think he was the son of a communist dictator. Thanks for watching the video, folks. This is Sheila Zilinsky. Hey, listen, go to my website, sheila.media. Like me on social media. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.